Harald Eggerstedt is a banking credit strategist at RIA Capital, and he joins us now from Edinburgh. Welcome, Harald. Thank you so much for coming on the show. In terms of what this means for the markets in the future, it does seem now we're at crossroads, because not only will we have that vote over in Greece, but at the weekend we'll also understand exactly what banks want to roll over and if this will constitute a credit event. What are you most concerned about?
Yeah, I think the tricky thing is that to make it really a voluntary operation, it's never going to be easy, because Greece is a very risky borrower, and the banks would not by themselves want to increase their exposure by, for instance, lengthening the maturities of the bonds that they hold. But if they get the right incentives and some way of mitigating that risk, they might just want to do it. And then the rating agencies wouldn't have a reason to call it default if it's a truly voluntary agreement. And that's what we're working right now on. Yesterday, the French banks got together and talked about it. Today, the German banks will be going to the German finance minister in Berlin and talk about it.
We seem to have an indication, at least we had the really first indication from Fitch. Now, this is one of its senior creditors there at Fitch saying that as things stand, that 70% rollover of French banks would constitute a credit event. Now, I know it's early days, but as things stand, again, are you not concerned that actually this will be seen as a default?
The concern will remain there, but I'm not sure this is a foregone conclusion. They have just said if it in any way looks like not voluntary, they will say it's default. But we don't quite know what it will look like, and we have had cases in Latin American crisis, like in Uruguay, for instance, where the new bonds got a better rating than the old ones because they had some sort of security attached to them. And that's one of the things they are talking about, building a collateral pool, a special purpose vehicle to make the new bonds a bit safer by taking redemption money from the Greeks and putting it into the pool.
Yeah.
That's not
Harald,
a government guarantee, but it helps to secure the bonds.
I also just wanted to jump in to get a very quick reaction on what we've been seeing in terms of the riots. What is that going to impact the government's decision on whether they will be passing these austerity measures or not? And if they don't pass the austerity measures, really what happens with Greece? Are they not going to get that fifth tranche of money?
Or you're absolutely right, and that'd be very dangerous, because they have maturities coming up in August of 6.6 billion. They won't be able to pay it. So we are moving quickly to default if they can't agree on this package, because the 12 billion that the IMF is having ready for them will not be released next week. So it's quite crucial. But I think the signs were last night that the ruling party is now sticking together, going to use their maturity to vote this through. And there were even some people from the opposition who were inclined to back it as well, because they see the serious consequences of this. And that obviously does not get changed because of a demonstration in front of the parliament.
Yeah, Harald, thank you so much. Harald Eggerstedt there.